You know what? I went in with very low expectations to this, but as a quick little TV series made for Disney Plus, that was actually pretty decent. Now where's my goddamn movie? Yeah, Moana 2, that one that everyone's been really pumped for. Yeah, where is it? I'm looking really, really long and hard for it. I just cannot seem to find it. It's on like a streaming service. Is it going to theaters? Like what? Where is it? No. No, that ain't it. What?
Finally, we're back to who we're meant to be.
Moana!
Little sis!
Big sis! You were gone forever.
It was 3 days.
Moana 2 comes to us 8 years later after the first film, which is beloved by millions worldwide and is known as one of the most watched movies on any streaming service. Boy, am I about to crush some of your fucking spirits. After receiving an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, Moana journeys alongside Maui and a new crew to the far seas and into dangerous, long-lost waters for an adventure unlike anything she's ever faced. I might need to apologize to Frozen 2. And its fans. I'm sorry, Frozen 2. You weren't a bad movie, but you were decent at best. Well, usually this is the part in the video where I give my thoughts on the first film that I haven't reviewed. And if you think we're gonna skip that part, oh hell no, because out of every sequel I've reviewed on this channel that I haven't reviewed the first one of, my thoughts on the first Moana are really going to affect this review. But when it comes to the first Moana, it's easily one of the best and one of my favorite Disney movies from the last decade. I love the characters, the animation, the songs are all great and very memorable, and it's a movie I've seen multiple times and have never gotten tired of. I even rewatched it a couple hours before going to see this newest one, and while I only got through half of it, I can definitely say that's one that still very much holds up, and it's kind of like what I said about the first Frozen in that it won't be forgotten anytime soon. Oh wait, that Frozen review hasn't come out yet. What I just said will make sense in like a week. But despite my thoughts on the first, my expectations for this newest one were through the freaking floor! I had no hope for this thing whatsoever. And before I bring up the obvious reason, let me mention the others. The first is that the trailers really did nothing for me, and I never got a good idea of what this movie was going to be about. The other is that the last theatrical Disney sequel was Frozen 2. And if you know my thoughts on that movie, then you know why I was a little skeptical about this sequel. But that's all little shit compared to the fact that this was originally supposed to be a Disney Plus show, which destroyed literally all my hopes I had for this movie. So yeah, this is Disney's excuse for a Moana 2. This is the... It says I'm supposed to say sequel here, but oh god. For the sake of this review, I'm just gonna put quotes around sequel. So yeah, this is Disney's excuse for a Moana 2. This is the sequel that some of us have been hyping up for the past few months. But as you all know, I'm wanting to go into a movie that I have low expectations for with a very open mind. But guys, I don't think I've ever said this for a movie or TV show, but I feel scammed. I feel like someone stole my credit card information after watching this. I thought going in, despite knowing that this was originally supposed to be a TV show, maybe it's a really good TV show that really deserves to be on the big screen. But no, it's not. Not only did this thing meet my expectations, but it freaking lowered them even more. I really feel scammed. I did not watch Moana 2, I watched Moana the series. But, does that make it bad?
Kinda.
Right from the start, you can tell they didn't change anything to make this feel more like a movie than a TV series. Instead of starting the movie off with any setup or anything that's going on or gonna be happening later on, they immediately jump right into it with no context. Which really fucks you over later on because now you have no connection with any of the characters, you have not the slightest clue who any of the newbies are, and you don't care about the situation that they're in. I didn't have the slightest clue what this was about going into it, but now, all I remember is that they had to find an island and fight a thunderstorm. I'm not making that up. They have to fight a thunderstorm as if they're the goddamn tornado wrangler from Twisters. Actually, when I hear that they have to fight a thunderstorm, this is what immediately comes to my messed up mind. Fucking weather! Ah! Fuck you! Ah! Tornadoes! Shit! Down! Down! Go! Ah! Weather! Fuck you, bitch! I need help. But that brings up the biggest problem with the movie, the story. The story they got here is so lackluster and so underdeveloped that I found it hard to remember anything that happened after the movie was over. And same goes for the characters, because if they were not in the first movie, I couldn't tell you a single one of their names or what they were like. This time around, Moana has a whole new crew, and I swear to God that they were all ripped right from that Buzz Lightyear movie that no one remembers. Because you got the super hyper female one that knows a lot about certain things, the elderly one, and the guy one who's the most annoying. And he may also want to fuck Maui. I'm positive he wants to fuck Maui. The movie's editing is also so friggin' bad that Moana will hilariously get struck by lightning, you'll blink, and then she'll be dancing with her Mufasa grandma out of nowhere. Actually, let me just describe how that scene plays out. Oh shit, I got struck! Ow, that hurt! Oh, hi, Ocean! Oh shit, it's Grandma! Let's fucking move! Damn, Grandma! Wow! That all happens in like the span of a minute. And on top of all of that, the movie plays it way too friggin' safe to the point that I'm legit kind of shocked that this got a PG rating. The movie is so harmless and kiddified that you could turn it on for the kids, leave the room, and not worry about them learning any bad messages or seeing anything inappropriate whatsoever. And look, I'm completely fine with kids' movies playing it completely safe, but usually when I or anyone else says that usually means that the movie is strictly for kids. And this very much is. Like, this does not feel like the first Moana. That is both for kids and adults. This one, strictly kids. I know he was in the middle of doing songs for Mufasa the Lion King when this was being made, but this movie really needed Lin-Manuel Miranda, because the songs here are really bad. Every time one started, the music and lyrics were quickly going in one ear and out the other. None of them felt that inspired, you're not going to be hearing them on the radio, and your kids probably ain't going to be singing them either. The only one that's slightly memorable for maybe a day or two is the one that The Rock sings because it has the lyric, "Come on, Moana." These really feel like songs that you would hear in a TV show! But the one and probably only good thing about this TV show, I mean the movie, is that the animation is amazing-ish. Yeah, I'm sorry, the animation's beautiful and all, but you know how animated sequels are usually supposed to improve the animation from the first to make it look newer and better? Am I the only one who thought this either looked like a downgrade or exactly like the first one, like no change whatsoever? Maybe it's just me, but if you go see the movie this weekend, please let me know what you thought, and especially pay attention to the animation on the ghost people, because for whatever reason, that looked really distracting to me. But the saddest thing is that no matter what I say or what you might think, this fucking thing is gonna make $1 billion, while an amazing animated movie like Transformers 1 is just gonna get buried on streaming. But how we can flip-flop that is stay home, wait for Moana 2 to go on streaming, and just watch Transformers 1 on Paramount Plus. Like, seriously, do that. You'll be saving a lot of money. But on the bright side, unlike Inside Out 2 and Frozen 2, I really don't see people going back to revisit this one in theaters like at all, especially since Wicked is out right now, and then in a couple weeks we'll have Sonic 3. But in conclusion, Moana 2 is the sheer definition of a cash grab, and I really do mean it when I say that this feels like a scam for parents, kids, and Trez. My recommendation is to really just wait for streaming. There isn't a single reason to go out to theaters to see this unless you really just want your kids to shut up for a couple hours. But in my opinion, just go see Wicked. That's actually worth the theater experience. Fuck, even take the family to Gladiator 2. Yeah, there's no sex or language, there's just some violence, which usually doesn't friggin' matter to parents. Like, seriously, we showed these to our kids and they're pretty violent. Now, if I was to pick between this or Joker 2, another very disappointing sequel from this year, I'm gonna have to go with Joker 2, guys, because at least that was intended to be a movie. It also had some scenes that I actually really love. It just didn't work as a whole. So just like The Rock's other recent movie, Red One, this just feels kind of lifeless. Actually, if you were to ask if I wanted to watch Red One or this again, I might have to go with Red One because I'd rather watch the lifeless movie over the one that's kind of a scam. I'm gonna give Moana 2 a very disappointing C-. Also, I really just gotta bring this up because I know damn well that no one else is gonna bring this up. This shot right here from the trailer that's also in the movie, that is straight out of Metalocalypse Army of the Doomstar. The exact shot. No one else was going to say it, so I had to. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and while you're at it, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Trev's Movies, and I'll be back later with more reviews, and I'll see you then.